بسم الله والصلاة والسلام يا رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Welcome back in our weekly lesson about the Hajj and Umrah ruling. And just to summarize what we mentioned, we explained that the Hajj is a compulsory on every Muslim and Muslimah, adult, and have the ability to travel. This ability is physical ability and financial ability. And we explained that we have three types of Hajj. Hajj al-Qiran, when you combine Hajj and Umrah in one travel without breaking the Ihram. Hajj al-Ifrad, when you have only Hajj. Hajj al-Tamattu', when you combine Hajj and Umrah in one travel but breaking the Ihram after Umrah and then start Hajj. And we explained there are certain times you can start Hajj in the year, which is Shawwal, Dhul Qa'dah, and the 10 days, on another opinion, 13 days of Dhul Hijjah. And there are certain places you need to start your Ihram or you enter the state of Ihram before you exceed this point, this 5 point, Dhul Hulayfa, Al-Juhfa, ذات عرق, Yalamlam, وقرن المنازل. These 5 places specific for certain countries. And then we mentioned that the Umrah, according to the most correct opinion, it is not compulsory, while the Hajj is compulsory for the person who have the ability, as we explained. So, if you have the intention to do the Hajj, you need first to have sincerity why you are going to Hajj. To have a title Hajj or to fill the requirement of the pillars of Islam, the 5 pillars of Islam. And then you need to select the good and the righteous companions in this journey to help you to do the Hajj correctly according to Sunnah Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And then also you need to purify your money from haram and try to travel with a pure and halal money. And then you need to ask forgiveness for the people who you consume their wills, or you hurt them, or you backbite them before you travel. And also for the woman, it should have a mahram or one of the relatives that she cannot marry him, of course, except her husband. So, however, the scholar mentions that the woman can travel, especially for the Hajj al-Faridah, by a safe companions or Suhba Amina. So then you need to take your need during this Hajj, need in terms of money and food and clothes, and don't ask anyone there. Once you have the intention of the Hajj, you select the type of the Hajj. And more properly, since you are traveling not from Saudi Arabia, you are not able to bring the animal, the hadi with you. So in this case, you have to do only tamattu', because tamattu', in this case, you have Umrah first, and then you break your Umrah, and then you have Hajj, and then you can buy the hadi from there. And then we explain what happened in the Hajj al-Wada' of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Hajj farewell. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam called the people to come to the Medina to go with him to Hajj, and he sent Ali ibn Abi Talib to do that. And many people arrived to the Medina and waiting for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to see him while he is doing his Hajj. And he traveled from Medina on the 25th of Dhul Qa'dah and towards the Medina, to the Mecca. And one of the places that you start the Hajj or the Umrah Ihram from it, if you're traveling from Medina, is Dhul Hulayfa. Dhul Hulayfa or Abiyar Ali, calling now. And then Dhul Hulayfa, this place, there is a masjid there. What is the name of the masjid there? Masjid al-Shajara. Before he traveled from Medina, he prayed 4 rak'ah, dhuhr. And from this we can take a lesson in fiqh, especially in traveling. When you travel, if you are traveling and you're still in your home and the call of adhan of dhuhr is due, should you start your shortening the salah from this point while you're still in your home, or you can wait until you travel or exceed the boundaries of your town? As you can see here, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ prayed dhuhr in Medina for rak'ah. So this is the answer. If you have a plan to travel, do not shorten your salah unless you exceed the boundary of the town, of your town. And the boundary of the town in most cases is the airport. So if you are in the airport, you can start your shorten your salah. So then he start his ihram, as we mentioned, on Dhul Hulayfa. And we mentioned there are some sunan before you start ihram. First, to take ghusl, shower, and put perfume, because it's prohibited for you to have a perfume. And then Prophet Muhammad ﷺ labbada sha'rahu. He combined his hair together with something like a wax, because during this long travel it may be dangerous on his hair for the dust, from the lice, whatever. And then he prayed 2 rak'ah, and it is not necessary to be a 2 rak'ah of ihram. It could be 2 rak'ah of asr, because he was there at Dhul Hulayfa, or could be 2 rak'ah of wudu, sunnah, whatever. So there is no specific rak'ah after you start your ihram. And then he wear his dress, upper part rida, and the lower part is idar. And then he starts the first pillars, or the first action of the Hajj, which is talbiyah. Talbiyah actually express the types of the Hajj or Umrah. And the talbiyah have different format, but the format of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك اللهم حجة في عمرة في حجة. Oh Allah, here I am for Umrah inside Hajj, because he is doing Qiran or Tamattu or Ifrad. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he doing Qiran. He combined Hajj and Umrah in one travel without breaking Ihram. It's called Qiran. And he bring about 100 camel with him as a Hajj, because he slaughtered for himself and all the Ummah as well, behalf of his Ummah. So this is the beginning of the Ihram from the certain place called the Miqat. And we explained that if you exceed this Miqat, you have 2 options. First option, return back and start Ihram from the place, or continue your travel, but you need to compensate for that. And to compensate with that, you have 3 options. Either to fast 3 days, or to feed 6 poor people, and everyone how many? Half sa'. Yes, handful. We mentioned that the mud is 1 handful of the normal person, and the sa' is 4 mud. So half sa' is 2 mud. So if you take 2 mud, means 2 handful of your hand, this feed 1 person. So if you need to feed 6, 2 plus multiplied by 6 will be 12. So in order to compensate that, you need to bring 12 handful of rice, or 12 handful of wheat, or 12 handful of barley, whatever, any grain or any food. Then, or the third option is to slaughter dam or blood or nusuk, an animal, a goat or a sheep. So this is the first option. Either you return back and start your ihram and nothing on you, and then the second option is to continuing, but you need to do one of the 3 options that I mentioned. And then Prophet Muhammad ﷺ traveled toward Mecca, and he entered Mecca on the 4th of Dhul Hijjah. So between 25th to the 4th, how many days? 9 days. And he entered Mecca on the morning, and he take shower, ghusl. This is one of the sunnah when you enter Mecca, to take ghusl before you go to the haram. once you put your bags on the hotel, just take shower and go to Haram. And then Prophet ﷺ, after he took shower, he entered the Al-Masjid Al-Haram, and by saying the dua normal when you enter any masjid, Bismillah wa salatu wa salam wa rasulullah, Allahumma aftah li abwab rahmatik, or any dua mentioned. And then he starts the first one is intention, second one is to have talbiyah and ihram from the place called the miqat, third is to have tawaf. In this case, they call this tawaf al-qudum, arrival tawaf. When you arrive, you make tawaf. And for tawaf, you start from, who remember from where? The corner which has al-hajar al-aswad, the black rock or the black stone. Al-hajar al-aswad, you start your tawaf from there, and you have to make the Kaaba on your left hand side. And you start tawaf while you are wearing the ihram, and you do what's called ittiba'. Ittiba' means that you expose your right shoulder and cover your left shoulder. You know that? When you use the upper part, make the right shoulder exposed, naked, and the left one is covered. This is called ittiba'. And then you start the first 3 rounds with raml, jogging. It's like harry in walking, but it's only for male, not for female. And remember, we explained that there is a place called Hajj Ismail. Do you start from Kaaba or not from Kaaba? From Kaaba. There are another name which is more correct. It's called Al-Hatim. Al-Hatim. And if you remember, when we mentioned maybe for 6 months ago the story of Isra and Mi'raj, we mentioned that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was sitting on the Al-Hatim, and then Jibreel ﷺ came to him and he starts the Isra from this place, from Al-Hatim, this place. So make sure do not enter through Hijr Ismail, because if you enter through Hijr Ismail, the tawaf invalid, and if the tawaf invalid, the Hajj and Umrah will be invalid. Take care. And one of the conditions of the tawaf, you need to have a wudu. But what happens if I break my wudu and very crowded, and what I should do? Stop your tawaf, go have wudu, and return, continuing on from the same number that you stopped. Don't start from the beginning. But what about if the salah has been called? Pray and then continuing on the same round that you stopped. And then, as you can see, there is a door in the Kaaba here. You know, this door? Between the door and the corner, there is a place called Al-Multazam. Al-Multazam, you may be seen in a movie or in a documentary film, the people standing in the front of the Kaaba, putting their hand and making dua. Yes, this is recommended. Is to not to stand, not to touching the multazam. No, the recommended is to make dua in this place. Prophet Muhammad sallam stand in front of this multazam. So multazam is the area between who and who? The door of the Kaaba and the corner of Hajar al-Aswad. It's called multazam. It is from Sunnah to make dua in this part. Then you keep going 7 times. The first 3 is jogging, walking with Hari for male, and then finish the 7th round, and then each time you make istilam of Hajar al-Aswad and the corner before Rukn al-Yamani. So this corner is called Rukn al-Yamani from Yemen, toward Yemen, and this is called Hajar al-Aswad. Each time, if you can greet this corner by touching or kissing, in case of Hajar al-Aswad only, you can. But if you are not able, just point it with your hand toward the Hajar al-Aswad. It is not from Sunnah, and be careful, to touch the Rukn al-Yamani, which is a corner before. It is not from Sunnah to kiss the Rukn al-Yamani, which is before the Hajar al-Aswad. It is not from Sunnah to point towards the Hajar al-Yamani. Only Hajar al-Aswad, you may either touch it and kiss it, or touch it only, or point it with your hand toward it and say Allahu Akbar. Or if you have a stick, put the stick to touch the Hajar al-Aswad and then kiss the tip of the stick. So this is the only thing they can do. So after you finish this 7 round, you pray behind the Maqam Ibrahim, which has a rock showing the mark of the foot of Prophet Ibrahim when he stand to raise the pillars of the Kaaba. And it was initially near to the Kaaba, but on the time of Umar Khattab, to allow the people to move freely, he moved it back. And then you drink from Zamzam until you're full, and then from Sunnah to return back to Al-Hajar al-Aswad to greet it again and go for the next round of the next pillars of the Hajj, which is the Tawaf, the Sa'i. Sa'i is different than the Tawaf in terms that the Sa'i, no need of wudu. You can do it without wudu. And just walking between the the Safa mountain to Marwa mountain. 7 rounds from Safa to Marwa, it's 1. From Marwa to Safa, 2nd. And then 3rd, 4th until 7. And as you can see, the green line here, Al-Maylayn, you need to walk with hurry, only for male, not for female. Between these 2 lines, the green lines. And then you finish the first part of your Hajj, which is Umrah. You have now 2 options. If you start your Umrah, or if you start your Talbiyah by saying Labbaik Allahumma Umratan fi Hajj, this case you need to stay on your Ihram. If you say I have Umrah inside Hajj, which is a Qiran, you need to stay on your Ihram as Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he did that because he brings the Hajj with him. And he was wishing to make it Tamattu'. And he asked the Sahaba who didn't bring the Hajj with him to break the Ihram and wait for the Hajj. So after that you break your Umrah by cutting or shaving of hair, but if you have still wait for Hajj, it is recommended to just only cutting, to leave some hair to shave during the Hajj. And then Prophet Muhammad ﷺ stayed on Ihram, and the other Sahaba who didn't bring the Hajj break their Ihram, and most of us when we go there, we make Umrah and finish and wear normal clothes and wait until the 8th of Dhul Hijjah. Let us see what will happen on the 8th of Dhul Hijjah. The 8th of Dhul Hijjah is called Yawm Tarwiyah. Yawm Tarwiyah means watering. And the reason of this name, that on the Jahiliyyah, in the ignorance, Quraysh prepared the Mecca and Mina for the Hujjaj by providing the water for them on the 8th, because most of the Hajj start on the 9th. So Yawm Tarwiyah, that preparing the water for the Hujjaj. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam leave Mecca toward Mina. Mina is still in Haram, means around Mecca, about 4 kilometers, not far. And he prayed there, and if you want to have the more reward, do this sequence. Some agent, when they organize the Hajj, they ignore the 8th of the Hijjah, and they took the people directly to Arafat on the 9th. If it's possible to do on the 8th, it will be more reward, because you do the same like Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did. But if not possible, and you will lose from your agent, go with them. It's not a compulsory. But I'm saying if you need to perfection your Hajj. So on the 8th of the Hijjah, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam moved toward Mina, and Mina is very famous by tents. There is no building there. Recently, I think they start to do some building around, but most of the time there is no building, just tents. And he prayed there Dhuhr, 2 rak'ah, Asr, 2 rak'ah, Maghrib. How many rak'ah Maghrib? Still 3, no short in Maghrib. Isha, 2. So not combination. Only in Dhuhr in the time of Dhuhr, Asr on the time of Asr, Maghrib in the time of Maghrib, and Isha in the time of Maghrib. And then he slept. And in the morning, which is after the 8th, the 9th, which is Arafah day, the day of Arafah, Yawm Arafah. Arafah is the most important step in the Hajj. Al-Hajj Arafah. Hajj is Arafah. Means if you miss Arafah day, Hajj invalid. No compromise, no compensation. And to be in safe, you need to stay after zawal of the sun, which about half an hour before the Dhuhr Salah, until the sun set. This is the perfect setting in Arafah. Properly from Dhuhr to Maghrib, or half an hour before Dhuhr to Maghrib. This is the best or the full reward. However, if someone, because of any reason, he came late after Maghrib, but he stand on Arafah before the morning of the next day, scholars said his Hajj is valid, but it is incomplete. The complete Hajj, incomplete means incomplete in the reward, but the Hajj is valid. So the best reward you may get, if you want to get in Arafah, is to stand or to stay after Zawal, which is about half an hour before Dhuhr, till sunset. And spending all this time in dua, Quran, dhikr. SubhanAllah, some people spending in eating, some people spending in talking, playing. Sometimes we saw some people taking shisha. SubhanAllah. But anyway, Allah forgive them, inshallah. So this is a very important. You spend this day in ibadah. Let us see what Prophet did, inshallah. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, on the morning of Arafah day, he stayed after sunrise for a little bit, and then he asked the Sahaba to establish for him a dome, qubba, like a very big tent, in Namira. Namira is a place before Arafah, and there is a big masjid there. The front side of the masjid outside the Arafah, and the back side inside the Arafah. And in order to be in Arafah, you need to outside, or you need in the back side of the Namira, or inside after. If you stay before Arafah, you are not in Arafah. And if you are not in Arafah, your Hajj invalid. So be careful, and there is a sign showing to you, this is not Arafah. This is not Arafah. Arafah is this sign. And people always confusing themselves. So Prophet Muhammad ﷺ wait outside Arafah. He didn't enter Arafah until the Zawal. And he stayed in Namira, and he stand for Khutbatul Wada'. Khutbah al-Wada', the farewell khutbah. We explained this khutbah before. And he put for the Ummah the rules for the futures. And after the khutbah, he prayed Dhuhr and Asr, 2 rak'ah combined on the time of Dhuhr. And then he moved toward As-Sakharat, the rocks, Jabal al-Rahma, Rahma mountain. And he said, I stand here, and every spot in Arafah is in Arafah. So you can stand at any place. No need to be the same place like Jabal al-Rahma, or the mountain of mercy, or the rocks al-Sakharat. But be careful, there is a valley called the Umarah. This valley, or Mahsar, you shouldn't stay in it. It is not from Arafah. You should stay in Arafah. And then Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam remained in Arafah until or after the sunset, and then he leave to Muzdalifah. Before we leave Arafah day, it is not recommended for the Hajj of the person doing Hajj to fast this day, to give him the energy for dhikr and reading Quran and dua. And the best dua on Arafah day, La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah. Tawheed, monotheism. And if you are not doing Hajj, as you know, fasting of Arafah day will wipe 2 years sins, the previous and the coming sins. And then after Arafah day finish, do not pray Maghrib in Arafah, because Arafah will be or Maghrib will be prayed in Muzdalifah. In the Muzdalifah, it's still the night, the 9th of Arafah, the 9th of Dhul Hijjah. In the morning, you stand or stay in Arafah. After sunset, you move toward Muzdalifah. Upon arrival to Muzdalifah, one of the mistakes that people used to do is they go to collect the stones and did not pray. This is not from Sunnah. You can collect the stones from any place, not necessarily Muzdalifah. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ prayed Maghrib and Isha in Muzdalifah. 3 rak'ah Maghrib, 2 rak'ah Isha combined, 1 adhan, 2 iqamah. 1 adhan, 2 iqamah. And then he didn't do anything else. He went to sleep, because the next day was a tense, heavy day, busy day, which is the 10th. So spend the night on the Muzdalifah sleeping. One of the mistakes that needs compensation, some people do not sleep in Muzdalifah and they went to Mina or went to Mecca, whatever. There is an excuse only for the weak and the elder people, or the people who have responsibility to do not sleep in Muzdalifah. Like Al-Abbas ibn Abdul Muttalib, the uncle of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he has the responsibility to prepare the water for the Hajj, and he asked Prophet Muhammad ﷺ to not sleep in Muzdalifah, and he give him excuse to go. So if someone is responsible for organizing the travel for the Hajj, or have a woman or sick older woman, and he can leave Muzdalifah and go to Mina, but he need to throw the stones after the midnight. This is for exception. But normal person, it is wajib, obligatory to sleep in Muzdalifah. If you do not sleep, you have to slaughter a goat or a sheep. You have to compensate for that. After you sleeping on the 9th on Muzdalifah, the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, Yawmun Nahri, the day of sacrifice, Yawmun Nahri. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, on the morning of the 10th, he prayed Fajr at the earliest time. Just to let you know, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ practiced in Fajr Salah. He has 2 sunnah, or 2 ways of praying Fajr time. The first time, or the first sunnah, al-ghalas. Ghalas means you start the Fajr when just the correct Fajr started, and there is still darkness in the sky. It's called ghalas. Which about 20 to 30 minutes from adhan, current adhan. Then the second option of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam for Fajr is al-isfar. Al-isfar means that delay the Fajr until the light starts in the sky. And he said, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, asfiru bil-fajri فَإِنَّهُ أَعْظَمُ أَجْرًا, means make the Fajr late until the isfar, until the daylight start, it is more reward. So it is from Sunnah also to have isfar, means you pray at late time, but not before, but not after sunrise, of course. So at least 20 minutes or half an hour before the sunrise is the best timing as well. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu on this time he prayed Fajr, Isfar or Ghalas early, the first time because it's a busy day. And then after he prayed Fajr, he moved toward the Mina and stopped in a middle way called Al-Mash'ar al-Haram, which is Muzdalifah actually. Muzdalifah or Mash'ar al-Haram, the same name. And there is a big masjid there, by the way. And he started to do dua for a long time until the morning started. And then he arrived to Mina. The first thing you do once you arrive to Mina is to pellet the largest jamarat, making Mecca on your left hand side and say Allahu Akbar, 7 times. And the size of the stone is not big, like a fava beans seed or chick bees. Very small, not heavy rock, and you maybe hurt the other people. And then after you plate the largest jamarat with 7 stones, then you have now to shave your hair and slaughter your animal, sacrifice your animal in case of tamattu' and qiran. So only if you combine Hajj and Umrah, you have to sacrifice an animal, a goat or sheep. But if you are just doing Hajj, no Hajj, no sacrifice animal. So if you have tamattu' and qiran, you have to do Hajj. And if you don't have money or not able to Hajj, you have to fast 3 days in the Haram, in the Mecca, and 7 days when you back. 3 days in the Hajj time and 7 when you back. So how many days? 10 days. So this if you not have money of the Hajj. So in order to have the first tahallul, the first breaking of ihram, you need to, through the stones, slaughter the animal. You need to do 2 of 3. 2 of 3. Throwing the stones, slaughter the animal, shaving the hair. If you do 2 of these 3, in this case you can wear your normal clothes, put perfume, but still it's prohibited to have a relation with women. Still, this should be done after Tawaf al-Ifadah. And if someone, by the way, if someone did that, the Hajj is fasid, is corrupted. But he still need to finish and he need to repeat the Hajj next year. If he have a relation with his wife before Tawaf al-Ifadah, the Hajj is corrupted, fasid, and invalid. But he still need to continue and repeat the Hajj next year. Yes, yes, this happened on the Hajj al-Wada' for two persons or two women. Asma bint Umays, the wife of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, delivered a baby at the beginning of the Hajj. When they are in Medina and Al Hulayfa, she born who's the son of Abu Bakr, Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr as-Siddiq. And she went to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he said to her, clean yourself, put some clothes on the place of the blood to make sure there is no blood, and keep going, and you can do everything except tawaf. So everything, and happened also to Sayyidah Aisha, she has her cycle as well, but he said to her, you can do everything of the Hajj except the tawaf, and delay the tawaf when she pure. So if the woman have a cycle, she can do sa'i, she can do standing in Arafat, she can do rami jamarat stone, she can do slaughtering the animal. All the action of the Hajj can be done except tawaf, and she need to delay the tawaf to the end until she become pure, tathur. Okay. Wallahi, this is a tricky mas'ala, and scholars talk about that, but she has to do it. She has to find an option to do it. Because Tawaf al-Ifada properly, it can be done on the Eid day. And we recommend all the sisters, once she threw the stones, quickly go to Mecca and make Tawaf al-Ifada. This is very important. After Jamrah on the 10th, don't delay it. Immediately go straight away. It's very tricky. Okay. So this is happened on the first day, the 10th of the Hijjah. If you do 2 of 3, if you threw the stones, or slaughter the animal, or threw the stones, or shave your hair, or slaughter the animal, or shave your hair, in this case you have some freedom. You wear normal clothes, put perfume, but there is still no relation between your wife until you do Tawaf al-Ifada. The Ifada Tawaf. Khalas? And the shaving, of course, is more recommended for male. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did dua 3 times for the shaved people and 1 time for the people who cut hair on. So be careful, as I mentioned, in order to have full easiness and to have all the things that you want to do, you need to do Tawaf al-Ifada. Before that, you cannot do relation with your wife. After that, you can. Then you can. Prophet Muhammad sallam went for Tawaf al-Ifada and did the Tawaf. If you have Umrah, if you have Tamattu', you go to Tawaf al-Ifada and then the Sa'i as well. Because this Sa'i is not for Umrah. The first Sa'i was for Umrah, but now you already finished Umrah. And you have to do Tawaf al-Ifada and the Sa'i again. So if you travel as a Tamattu', how many Tawaf you will do and how many Sa'i you will do overall? If you have Tamattu'. Tamattu' means you have Umrah first and then stop, and then you have Hajj. If you do Umrah, you have 1 Tawaf and 1 Sa'i, and then you finish. If you do Hajj, 1 Tawaf and 1 Sa'i. So overall 2 Tawaf, 2 Sa'i, that's it. If you have Tamattu', and most of the people travel from here doing Tamattu', means you have Umrah first, and then you finish Umrah, and then you have Hajj, so you have 2 Tawaf and 2 Sa'i. This is the Sunnah of the Prophet is to have Tawaf al-Ifada and Sa'i al-Hajj as the pillars of the Hajj. Right. Then after the 10th we have the 11th, the 12th, the 13th of the Hijjah. We have watering day, Yawm al-Tarwiyah. Which day is that? Yawm al-Tarwiyah. The 8th. We have Yawm Arafah. Which day? Yawm al-Nahr. Slaughtered day, the 10th. Then we have 11th, 12th, and 13th of the Hajj. Ayyam al-Tashriq, the days of drying the meat. Because in the past they don't have oven and don't have much technology that we have. They used to put the meat in the sun for drying. And these 3 days, أيام أكل وشرب وذكر. It is a days of eating and drinking and dhikr as well. So it is prohibited to fast these days. 11th, 12th, 13th. And if you have a habit to fast 13th and 14th and 15th, you can't fast 13th. These days it is prohibited to fast. As well as the Eid day, it's prohibited to fast. So 10th is prohibited, 13th is prohibited. You can fast 11th and 12th if you want. Especially if you want to compensate because you don't have Hajj. طيب, on the 11th and the 12th and the 13th, you have also to throw the stones. But now we have how many jamarat? 3. The great, the middle, the small. Every day you let all the 3 jamarat, each one 7. So overall, per day how many? 21. And you need to stay there for 2 days. This is a minimum. Or 3 days, this is a perfect. طيب, if you spend 3 days in Mina, how many jamarat overall you will throw? Okay, how many stones, sorry. So every day we have the 10th, how many jamra? Only the 10th, Eid Yawm al-Eid. We have only 7. We only did the great one or the big one. But the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, we have to do the 3, and each one is 7. So 7 multiplied by 3 is 21. Multiplied by 3, 63. And 7 on the first day of Eid is 70. So overall, if you spend 3 days after Eid in Mina throwing the stones, you will use 70 stones. And if you just only stayed 2 days after Eid, how many? 70 minus 21 is 49. This is the actual number of the stones after Adhan.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, أشهد أن لا
So after you spend the 10s and the 11s and the 12s and the 13s, more properly, all the Hajj is finished except the last thing you need to do before you leave Mecca, طواف الوداع, farewell tawaf. اجعل آخر عهدك بالبيت الطواف. Let the last thing you do before you leave the Bayt al-Haram is tawaf. It is compulsory. I would like to prefer to call it obligatory, not compulsory. Because obligatory means that if you do not do it, you can compensate it by slaughter a goat or sheep. Compulsory means that if you're not doing the Hajj invalid. But tawaf al-wada' it is wajib, not fard, not rukn, not pillars. If someone did not do tawaf al-wada', the Hajj is correct, but he need to slaughter a goat or a sheep to compensate that. For the woman in a menstrual cycle, she has excuse to do not do this tawaf, no problem. After you do that, all the Hajj finish. Just to summarize, the best or the most important thing, the Hajj, is the intention, and then the Arafah, at least one moment on the day of Arafah and before the morning. The third, Tawaf al-Ifada. The fourth, Sa'i al-Hajj. These four arkan, four pillars. If you miss one of these four, Hajj invalid. Also, if you did a relation with your wife before Tawaf al-Ifada, Hajj invalid, but you need to continuing and repeat it next year. Right. Finally, some masail is very important for us about the Hajj and Umrah. If the Hajj is valid for the boys, immature boy, so if you bring with you your son or your daughter and he's still immature, they do not reach the maturity, and the maturity is valid between boys and girls ages, and if that Hajj is enough and no need for them to repeat it when they mature, the scholar mentioned that they can do Hajj, but this for them like a voluntary Hajj, not an actual Hajj. And when they mature, they need to do Hajj as well. And the same in the Salah. The Salah is like Hajj in terms that one of the conditions of the Salah is maturity. And one of the conditions, because Allah Azza wa Jal, رفع القلم عن ثلاث النائم حتى يستيقظ والصبي حتى يحتلم والمجنون حتى يعقل. So the pen means the recording has been left on three. The boy until he mature. That means the prayer before maturity is not just voluntary. It is not will not record it for the boys. Still, since they are immature. When na'im, if one is sleeping, nothing on him. And the majnoon, the crazy person, also nothing. So this is very important in terms of salah, especially in imamah. Imam should be an adult, with an exceptions. These exceptions happen on the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and because the situation needs that. What's that? On the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there are tribe living nearby the Medina, and the Sahaba used to travel on this tribe when they moving from Mecca to Medina. And there is a boy there, about 7 years old. His name is Amr ibn Salama. And he was very clever and very smart. And he memorized the Quran, many surahs from the Sahaba, and he's still not Muslim. But he memorized many surahs. And on the Amil Wufud, on the 10th of Hijrah, his people came to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ to accept Islam. And he asked them, when you go back, let the more Quran memorization lead the Salah. This is the criteria. The one with the memorizing Quran have the authority to lead the Salah. And then when they return back to their town, they still accept Islam. No one know any surahs, even in Fatiha. And the only one who memorized was this young boy, 7 years old. And imagine 7 years old leads the salah with the Sahaba. But this condition, because there is no one can lead the salah. So if there's an adult at least knows the Fatiha properly with some surahs, it is not recommended to let the boy lead the compulsory salah. He can practice in a voluntary Taraweeh, any sunnah, but not for compulsory, because this is sunnah in Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The same as the Hajj. The Hajj is invalid for the boy until he become mature. Once he mature, he need to repeat his Hajj again. So as you can see, the Hajj, as we explained, is a compulsory with the conditions. The physical and the financial ability. If you have it, in this case the Hajj become compulsory on you. And for the woman to have a mahram, except if there is a safe travel with safe companions. In this case, the scholar said you can do it for the Hajj al-Farida, the compulsory one. And the best type of the Hajj as Prophet Muhammad was wishing to do is which type of Hajj? Tamattu' or Qiran or Ifrad? Yes, the one with breaking the Umrah is Tamattu', is the best one you select, inshallah. May Allah give us the chance to visit the house of Allah Azza wa Jal and do the Hajj and Umrah frequently. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم جزاكم الله خيرا. See you inshallah. We're still continuing the series, but we have different topic on the Eid al-Adha ruling and the Udhiyah and the difference between Udhiyah and Aqiqah and Walima, and we have a lot of questions still we have inshallah.
Is Hajj is happening in Mecca? What should we do here in that time?
In this time.